Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? Will,
I'm 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 okay.
all right. Um, I went through it, and I got your email, by the way, Matt. So I was gonna answer it, but I figured I could probably answer it better d during the meeting. You know,
Sure.
just to show you, and I like what you did with the zip files and showing me the the screenshots and stuff like that. But I see you broke it up into pieces. And what I'm looking for is more something like Will does, which is he almost does a story from the beginning to end. So he follows the script, right? He goes through these are the things that you need to do, and then he also documents. You gave me a synopsis at the end of what happened, which is good, but I want to see your journey. In this kind of thing, like I don't know if I guess you had issues as well trying to get the coding to work with SQL Server. He did too. Will did as well, with the Python, trying to get all the programs and everything to work. And I'll be honest with you, that's a science all on its own. Okay, just trying to get all the pieces to work so that when you write the program, it actually executes, it sends the command over to SQL, and then SQL sends the result set. Then Python reformats it so that you can see it on the screen. Okay? We usually in the real world, we use Python. I mean, we use a bunch of different stuff, but we may use like JavaScript or Java to show the actual data on a, let's say, on a browser, and Python to show things happening on the screen, to basically take care of the UI, the user interface. So to get it to work this way, I mean, you know, I didn't create the course, so I'm not, I can't go back and say, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. This could have worked, that could have worked in this environment. You needed this amount of memory, this amount of disk space. A lot of times when you do stuff like this, you do it in an environment. Like I'll use the Android environment to do the SQL calls and then format the data when it comes in. It's a lot easier. Also, if I'm writing code, let's say for iOS, and I'm using a SQL Server background, I'll do it within the iOS builder, and then within that environment, I can call JavaScript, I can call Java, I can go different things just to be able to get the data. The SQL is the SQL. The SQL doesn't change. But as far as the data coming back and being able to show that on the screen, that's a whole different ball game. And Will, I saw that I read your stuff. So I saw that you were having issues.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I tried and tried.
I know that's okay because this course, it's about the journey. It's not, yeah, you want to get the result sets and you want to get the stuff, but it's about the journey. So if I get your permission, can I show you what I got for week 3? Can I share that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to, and Matt, I want you to see this. I'm going to put it up and then I'm going to kind of run through it. All right. And I'm going to share my top screen here. Can you guys see my top screen?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So the way Will's been doing it, and it's not like, there aren't that many people in the class. So it's not like I have a hell of a whole lot of, things to pick from. But as he goes through, all right, and I'm just gonna kind of move this down. You see, he shows me, okay, it's Python. I tested my SQL. He tells me what he's doing. Then he does a select at version. He shows me the result set. He even gives me a screenshot of the screen. Okay. He shows me his settings, more results. And what's cool is that as he goes through and he gives me all the problems that he's having. Yeah, he with the SQL Server installation is missing the entire extensibility data folder. And again, we're not here to show you how to install Python and all the rest of this stuff, but he's trying to go through the program, right? He's telling me what's going on. He's giving me the result sets, controller folder access, it's off. Then what's going on? He tells me that he put in a couple of days worth of work, what his setup is looking like. And then right here, he starts going back like to ChatGPT, which I think this is Microsoft. What were you using, Will? Your
Uh,
AI?
Copilot.
Copilot. He's using Copilot, which is fine. I mean, you could use Copilot, you could use ChatGPT, you could use anything. But then he starts giving me screenshots of his interaction and what, let's say Copilot comes back and says, okay, he feeds them the SQL. He tells them what's going on. And then he gets back a result. Okay. Copilot says, okay, I think this is what's going on. This is why it's not running. That's what I want to see. I want to see the interaction. I want to see as you guys go through all of the examples, what's going on. If you use AI, if you're using AI to ask it questions, I want to see that. I want to see I want to see what AI returns. Giving me a summary at the end is nice, but I don't see the interaction. I don't see what you're asking the AI. I want to see the answers that it comes back with. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a little wordy, it's a little extensive, and those screenshots, he puts them right in here. You know, there's the sequel. It's number 4.2, and he shows me the sequel. And he gives me the result set right then and there. It's almost like a story. I'm following a story of what he did, how he got to the answers that he's doing. And then right here next to it is the AI assist review. So he asks the AI, review my SQL code for correctness. And he gets an answer back, right? And then this is the result set that he gets back from Copilot. Tells him what's correct, the readability, the structure. Okay? This is what you guys are going to be doing in the real world if you're going to be doing SQL and you're going to be doing it against, let's say, something like Python, which I'll be honest with you, it is not easy. It's not easy. Usually with Python, I like dealing with flat files. It's just a hell of a lot easier. The files are there. Um, you could do limited SQL. You don't when let's say you're doing robotics like I do. Um, you don't have access to a SQL server. You have to take the data, put it into a flat file, and then query the flat file, get the answers from that flat file, and then show it in show not really show it because you're not gonna the robot doesn't really have a screen that you can actually show the data. What it is that you're gonna usually in this kind of situation, you're gonna get the data and you're gonna do something with it. Usually it's a scan. So let's say you have a limited LiDAR in a robot, and the robot has multiple sensors, and the robot is taking the sensor data and putting it into a flat file. Well, in Python, you want to take the flat file, you want to read what's going on. Based on what the flat file is telling you, you're going to make a left or you're going to tell the motors to make a left or a right, go straight, go back. So you're going to do something with this data. You're not just going to show it up on a screen. So think of it that way. SQL Server is different. SQL Server, somebody asks a question and they want an answer back and they want it shown on the screen. So there's the best practices. And then you'll get a suggestion back from Copilot saying, you could try this, you could try that, avoid repeating the filter here. And then you take that, you put it into your MySQL, you try it, see what comes out. And you keep going from there. And he's showing me option A, option B, and option C based on changes that he's made. Final verdict, right? And then there's the final verdict, and then he goes through the other challenges. This is what I want to see, guys. This is exactly what I want to see it. And he goes back and he asks questions of the AI, and the AI comes back with answers. So what did you think, Will? What did you think of Copilot? Is that the only thing you tried, or did you try any other AI platforms?
I've tried Chat GPT. Um, I like Copilot. It seems a little bit more oriented towards developers.
Correct. It is. And that's actually the best choice. It's Copilot. So as
Yeah,
you can see, it actually takes the data and it breaks it down into performance, structure, readability, and it tells you, it goes more in depth in terms of how you created the SQL and then tells you how you could make it better. Then you could take that information, go back to MySQL, and then run it again and see what answers you get. You take those answers and you put it back into the document to show me what you did and how things worked out. That's what this course is literally all about. And then, we could go through all the rest of the stuff. But Matt, you get it?
Can I say my piece or no?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Um, I've been doing this. It's just very disorganized. I'd love to show you. Like I use active recall in order by for not or active recall in order of execution. I did this for all the with the one I submitted last time. I just today when I walked into class, I was like, he just wants the results. Like I thought it was too
Yeah.
much, but you did not. I thought
We
we were on
said
the
that
same
the last
page.
meeting when Steve was here. He said it's the journey. It's not. I don't want to see just the results. I want to see how you got there. I want to see
Yeah,
all the steps. You know?
that's how I didn't frame it quite like that for the one I resubmitted for the last. Remember I with the screenshots I had originally.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. It was better. What you submitted for was better, but it was in multiple files. I had
yeah,
to go searching for stuff. I had to stop what I was doing, go search for it, see what the result set was, and then go back. And then I was looking for your interaction for your AI. You didn't have any. What you had was the summary at the end.
no, I actually had I took a screenshot of the errors and how it helped. But I'm afraid I'm taking this a little too badly.
Oh
If I'm
no,
being
don't
honest.
don't take it badly. Because remember, it's the journey. Right now, what you're learning is, you know, I want to see if the way you're doing things is good. You may be doing it absolutely excellently based on the result sets that I saw and based on your what you wrote. It's good. It's just, I got to go all over the place to kind of piece everything together. Where here
Sure,
it's just one contiguous thing, almost like a story. I'm just reading through what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's just
sure.
easier for me. It's just
That
the
that
readability. It's easier for me. You
so
know,
I can
but
do this. I can do
yours is
this.
much better. Was much better. So
I just
it was good. So don't go back and redo, like th two and three. No, let's go back, and I saw that you did four. Maybe from four going forward, do give me something like this. I want to see your interaction with ChatGPT. I want to see what it says to you. I want to see what it says to you to try for that particular situation. Even if it's long-winded, even if it's a long thing and it ends up being like a book, I get to see the steps,
Understood.
you know? And if
So
you're
from
egregiously too far one way or another, I can make a comment. I can say, yeah, nah, you didn't do it right, or you should have done this, or you should have asked for this, or you know?
Yeah, I haven't really been relying on AI as much. I've been because I've been doing like I think
Well,
there's a assumption of like I don't know, like the leak code. Like I remember, like it's been very helpful, and I use the concepts there in the stored procedure,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's so like I'm doing this. I'm just not showing you in the way I think that I'm supposed to.
Gotcha.
So
So I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
you're still doing great, and you're still scoring well. So it's not like you're doing it again. It's not a right or wrong. It's how you're doing it, and I want to see how you go about doing it.
Yeah, the active recall is very helpful. It helps me break it down and understand the concepts. It's like so I take the code or I take the concept, like let's say select. I like the order of execution because select, I thought at the beginning of the course should be first, but it's actually done much later because I'm doing the from first, and
Hmm.
then with the in the from, I do like I when I was going back there, it's at the where clause, and then order by and group by. There's a huge difference between those two.
That's
Like
at
I,
the end.
I'm
Yeah, it's always a select because
but select at
you
the
you
end,
need to
yeah,
show it. Yeah, because you need to tell the machine you know, what are you taking? And then of course later it's from. Where are you getting it from? Okay, I'm going to be doing this, and table. Okay, how are you grouping it together? Then that's where you do the wheres and the group bys and now it knows the tables. It knows how to do the links between the tables and the top of it is exactly what you want to get back, right?
sure.
The results. So giving me the sequel is great. Giving me the results is great. And then I want to see that interaction because part of the assignment is doing the AI. So you need to show me the AI.
Yeah, I like using the AI too. It always notices things like my syntax is really bad. I have like a B minus in syntax in my opinion,
But
but my
that's okay.
logic's good. Yeah, my logic's good. I
But that's
think
where you use the AI because the AI will correct you. The AI will
for
say, you
sure.
know what, try this, try
Hmm.
that, see how that works. And you go in and you try it. You see what you get. It may be good, it may be not so good. And then you'll ask it, yeah, no, I want to refine it so that I'm getting a total for the purchases monthly. And then it goes back and then it gives you another thing to try. I want to see that. I want to see that in the result sets. And I know
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a pain in the rear end, but it again it shows a story. What you're giving me is one document. I just want to see one Word document, and it's got all the screenshots, your select statements, your results, and your interaction with AI as you go along.
So just no reflection, no code, just one doc that's got everything.
As you go along, because I'm looking at your journey. I'm grading
Sure.
your journey. I'm seeing what you did.
Yeah, I was thinking I don't really have a way right now to go from
Right,
week
it's cut and
four.
paste. Cut and paste, man. All you got to do is do a screenshot and paste it into your Word doc. You don't need any special software for that.
No, I was just hoping because it's all over the place. Like I could show you the Gemini,
No,
like
that's
that I've
why
been.
that's why you want to do this as you're going along.
Okay,
You have your doc you open, and as you're doing it, you're showing me, you're cutting and pasting and giving me little blurbs in terms of what you're doing, what's going on, what issues are you having. You see what I'm saying? I want to see the
yeah,
journey. I want to go along with you on this journey.
okay,
You
yeah.
got it? There's
It's
no
just
special stuff. Cut and paste into Word. That's it. Take a screenshot. Give me the section. Will didn't give me the whole. window of the result set. All he did was just give me a little cut of the results. That's all I want to see. And then the sequel right above before that. And then he started going into AI. And that he did a cut and paste of the screen, you know?
Yeah.
Take me through the
Yeah.
journey. Take me along for the journey.
Yeah, it's just I'm a little thrown back by it because I the requirements to me is more understood now, and it's just hard to take it in because
Oh, it's
I've
okay.
been so okay.
You've done well. Don't think that what you did in the past is bad. I'm just saying, as we now, because now you're going to be doing, weeks four, and things are going to get a little bit more involved. So I want to see what you're doing
Okay.
without being there looking over your shoulder. You got it?
Yeah, I understand like the narrative and the
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah. And
okay.
if you tell me, hey, Prof, I couldn't, I didn't get Python to work. But this is what happened. These are the steps I did. This is the stuff that happened along the way. And you show me that, and you're going to score a 10 out of 10 because I saw what you did. I'm not necessarily looking for a perfect paper. I'm looking for what you did and how you did it. And when you ran into an issue, what did you do? What question did you ask? I want to know that.
Yeah, there was some error handling I did for some of them, but I did, but I'm gonna. This is a full shift. This is a full pivot from a pivot, so that's fine. I have no problem doing
Yeah,
it
man.
like well did.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
no,
good.
just going forward now, just do it that way.
Okay,
Just think of me on your shoulder, and I'm like, okay, he wants to see what happened here.
sure, sure.
Because later on, once the class is over and you're at your job and you're doing stuff, I mean, I guess you could give me a phone call, but hopefully you'll have these are skill sets that you're going to need going forward. That's what, and really, Stephen said it last week. This is what this class is all about. Not just knowing syntax, but how to look up the answers. What do you do when you get stuck? Aside from tapping your one of your peers on the shoulder. You do that too often, you'll be without a job. You have to be able to go out and get the answers for yourself. Got it?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
All right. Any questions for me for week two or week three, or even week four? Anything you guys don't understand? Anything that's weird? Any questions? Will, you look like you have a question.
Yeah. Have you seen anybody that's been able, that you work with or anything that's been able to use the machine learning services recently?
Yes, we have installed that, but we have people that actually are experts in that.
Yeah.
We don't do it. We actually have people that set that up on our machines.
All right.
A lot of times we'll get a machine or we'll get a laptop and it's already installed. Everything is working. So we don't have to deal with it. And that's kind of how it is in the real world.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we have software people. That's all they do. And a lot of times you may not have the resources on your computer to be able to get all that stuff to work. And there may be some little nooks and tweaks that you have to do in order to get it to work, and you don't know it.
Yeah. I tried and tried.
It's okay. That's okay.
I wish I could get that to work, but I don't know.
I
I
mean,
s-
that could be something that you do it on your offline just to see, just to get it to work. A lot of times when I'm faced with that kind of a situation, I mean, I Google the crap out of it, or I call Microsoft support and then I'll get somebody that's really good and then they'll give me the tweaks and what I need in order to get it, get it to work.
All right.
You got to
Yeah.
call support. Another thing also, when you go to work, most of the computers are all standardized. They all have the same amount of memory. They all got the same amount of operating system. They're exactly the same. So getting it to work on one machine, and what we do usually once it's perfect on one machine, we actually replicate it and copy it to all the other computers. So that there's no, you know,
I saw in week 6 that
yeah,
maybe we're going to do something with machine learning services. So I don't know if we're going to need it for that week or what's going on there. So,
yeah, yeah. Um, You know, I'm going with you guys all of this week by week. Like I said, this is the first semester of this. So, um, if we have questions, I could always invite Stephen back. Okay, he's the one that actually did most of the creation of the content. So if we need help, we could always call him in.
all right.
Okay, just let me know. How about you, Matt? You good?
I'm hanging in there, but I feel better in some sense because I know where I'm going wrong.
Yeah.
It's just
Let me
hard.
tell you something. You didn't go wrong, okay? I just want you to do it another way, just so that I see your journey, just so that I see all the steps that you're going through. I don't consider what you did wrong. I don't consider any of this stuff wrong, okay?
Okay.
You did good. So I just want you to show me in a certain way so that I see what you're doing,
Yeah, okay.
right?
That's fine. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand. I mean, I'm not like, and I can always review this
Yeah,
if
don't
I
be, I
take it
don't
too
want you
bad.
to be disappointed. I don't
No,
want
I'm
you to
not.
be, oh man, I messed up. No, no, absolutely not.
It's just I've been putting a lot of time into this. That's
I
the reason why,
know.
and I'm very
It
passionate
shows.
about it.
It shows.
So,
Trust me, it shows. But
but yeah, no,
what was missing, if you don't score a 10 out of 10, the only reason you don't score a 10 out of 10 is because you're missing that AI point. You're missing the interaction, that AI interaction that the assignment needs. It's you're supposed to show me that interaction. Yeah, you did it, but I gotta see it. I gotta see the give and take, the answer, the questions, and then the answers. You know
sure, that makes sense. Yeah, of course. I remember you saying that last week as well.
exactly.
Um, I just didn't know how to understand it quite like this. So this is a good way to
Yeah,
understand it, the narrative of how everything happened
yeah,
with the
you did.
assignment.
Yeah, so it's just a different way, a different way of doing it. So yeah, not right or wrong. Don't take it that way. Any other questions, guys?
Well,
All right. Matt, you good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna redo 4, but I'm gonna do it. So yeah, but we're good. I don't think I have any questions.
Yeah, just send it to me. I would
All
love
right.
to see it. All right. Stay warm, guys.
all right.
Bye.
Take care.